years and change. And by third form, it got a little bit too treacherous for me. I was not able to handle growing up in the city. I was not able to handle navigating adolescence in the city. And so I thought that my best chance was to go back to St. Elizabeth, to my Junction School, B.B. Coke Comprehensive High, and I stood at the principal's doorway. When she saw me, she said to me, "I don't know you. What are you doing here?" I said to her, "I came to school." She said to me, "This is not the school that you attend. Go back to your school." And she left me. I stood at the doorway. She came back about 15 minutes after. She saw me again. She said, "Young man," I said, "you are to go to school." I said to her, "Miss, my dear school." She said, "Go back to your school." And she left me. About a half an hour run off, and she came back out again and saw me again, and I'm sure she was startled to know that I was still there. She said to me, "Go to devotions." I went to devotions. That was the first day of my days at B.B. Coke High School, and I would have gone to fourth form. I would have made sub-prefect. I would have gone to fifth form. I would have made prefect, and I would have graduated from B.B. Coke High School with 2 subjects. Very proud. I'm sure you were expecting a lot more. I have 4 CXC subjects sat over 3 sittings. And I stand in front of you today proud and bold because I know everybody bloom early. But regardless, when blooming takes place, a bloom is a bloom is a bloom. And so the story of heart resonates with me, because I'm standing in front of you today because somebody saw my worth after I would have made my presence felt. We are here today because heart's worth has been proven through time, and so we are here to celebrate their resilience, them robustness, and them stick-to-itiveness. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Heart NSTA Trust. A great philosopher once said at a summit, TVET is not just an educational pathway. It is the engine that drives social mobility, the engine that drives economic resilience, and the engine that drives innovation. That would have been a quote from this philosopher. It was said at this summit, and the philosopher is Dr. Tanisha Ingleton. Ladies and gentlemen, the proceedings are made possible today by the Career Development Services Unit headed by Mrs. Erica Williams. We do have distinguished ladies and gentlemen among us in the form of managers, senior directors, and directors, career development officers, career services officers, ITC engineers, and I believe we have teachers among us, do we? Do we? Do we? Yes. We have teachers represented among us as well. We are here to celebrate the final day of this summit, and we are here to celebrate the success of this trailblazing organization, an entity to be reckoned with, Heart NSTA Trust. One more time, put your hands together. So I'm Andrew Dennis. You may know me as Miss Pearly Grandson from social media, and my role today is to basically steer the ship through this program, and I do so with much pleasure. And I have prayed about it. I have summoned the Holy Spirit and asked him to cause me to behave in a decorous manner while I am standing in the gap, because if you're familiar with my social media, you would have known that sometimes I'm not so decorous. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to invite Dr. Aston Spencer, Regional Director for Region 2, who will be coming with our opening prayer in lieu of Dr. Orville Plummer. Make him welcome, please.
Thank you, Mr. Master of Sermons. Good morning, all. Right. Good morning. The morning is cool, but I want a brighter morning. Good morning. Good morning. Right. And because of that, I'm going to invite you all to stand. Stand. Change your position for a little while. And we're going to do this one chorus. And depending on how well you do it, we will not do a second. And the chorus we want to do is, we are together again just praising the Lord. I'm going to ask the singers in the house to begin after 3, 2, 3. One more time. Thank you. And our engineer at the back is going to start another chorus. Thanks, thanks, I give you thanks. You know, when we look up at the weather that we just have since Monday, some of us were marooned yesterday, and even this morning, some of us are still marooned, but we are alive and well. So we want to give thanks. Mr. Saunders, you're going to start for us. Thanks, thanks, I give you thanks. Or if you all know it, let us go. 2. One more time, thanks. Thank you. Let's bow our heads in prayer. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for the gift of life. We are grateful for your abundant grace and mercies. Great is your mercies towards us, Lord. Morning by morning, new mercies we see. Thank you for watching over us and our families throughout the night and blessing us with divine health to go through this beautiful day. Father, we commit our lives and this day into your hands. We ask that you lead and guide us by your Spirit in every step along the way. Your wisdom to make the right choices and decisions that will bring glory and honor to your holy name. as we gather this morning in our TVET Summit, the Youth Forum, God, we pray that your blessings will be on us. May our deliberations be fruitful. Bless everyone who will partake in this event, our moderator, our presenters, Lord. And God, we want to also pray for the leadership of our organization, the Heart NSTA Trust. Lord, as we move throughout the proceeding, I declare we are protected on every side and kept by the power of God. No evil shall befall us. Our going out and our coming in is blessed. I declare that all our expectations for this day have been exceeded. I pray that we will also be a blessing in the life of those we come in contact with this day. Thank you, Father, for the answered prayer and making this day a glorious one for us. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. You may be seated.
Thank you, Dr. Spencer. And yes, you may be seated. While we have this posture, this attitude of gratitude, I personally want to say thank you to Heart NSTA Trust on the behalf of every single solitary comprehensive high school graduate in this country, whom long before Heart got to university status, because in my mind, at this point, Heart NSTA Trust is at university status. And we have to own this. And you who are trained by Heart, you have to own this. You are satisfying a need that exists in our society. And not just our society, but societies external to Jamaica. Because them can't wait pound to finish the training before them gobbling up and taken away. So we are at university status. And I want to say thank you to Heart NSTA Trust on the behalf of every comprehensive high school graduate. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, because this is the youth forum, I keep forgetting. I'm probably a little bit too old. There was a time when there were comprehensive high schools in Jamaica and there were traditional high schools. Comprehensive high schools were upgraded. Traditional has always had that stature, that reputation. The comprehensive high school people were forced to do skills training because they were not seen as being able to handle academic stuff. So when I was going to B.B. Coke High School, I wasn't allowed to do biology, chemistry, and physics. I had to do integrated science, but then I had to do technical and vocational subjects as well. At that time, I don't know if Heart NSTA actually knew what they were doing for these people. But while people graduate from mainstream university and go and work for somebody else, most of the people who graduate from Heart NSTA University actually graduate and go set up their own business. Heart NSTA creates an entrepreneurial pathway for most of its graduates, and that's something that you should be commended for. Give yourself a round of applause, please. So at this time, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to invite Dr. Henry Gray, Senior Director, Acting ITC, in lieu of Dr. Cheryl McLaughlin, who will be bringing us the opening remarks and the welcome. Please make Dr. Gray welcome.
Thank you, Miss Purdy grandson, Mr. Dennis. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Again. All right, so I bring you greetings on behalf of a number of persons. Dr. Ingleton, Dr. McLaughlin, and a few other directors and senior directors are in another session with our newly minted Minister Dana Morris Dixon. And you'd have seen her presenting in the press briefing earlier. Just want to say my comments are on behalf of Dr. McLaughlin. Also want to acknowledge Dr. Amonde, chair of the TVET Summit, Also acknowledge Sir Simon Bartley, Honorary President of World Skills. We also have in the audience senior directors, managers, also seen some career development officers, and more so I've seen quite a few lovely, bright students and trainees. Can I give us a hand, please? The lead of this session is Miss Erica Williams of this TVET Youth Forum, and she has done a wonderful job so far, certainly up to this point and beyond this point in getting us through today in a very lovely way. Give her a hand, please, Miss Erica Williams. The theme of this forum is the engine for social and economic growth. And put your hands together for Dr. McLaughlin as she joins. So there are a few objectives I want to just share with you. This forum is designed to promote TVET as a viable option, a viable career and occupational choice, to enable you, the participants, to appreciate and embrace the value of TVET, to enable you to effectively communicate and share your perspective in terms of TVET, to empower you to become competent in TVET, whichever field you choose to be a part of, and to encourage you to take your own place in your sphere of the labor market. There is something I want to just share with you, which is a kind of myth about TVET. In relation to the lawyers, the doctors, the entrepreneurs, there are also TVET practitioners. And we often make the mistake of concluding that TVET is only about the welders, the plumbers, the electrical persons. But all these professions, those I mentioned before, and even those are part of the TVET landscape. And we want to, put away that myth that TVET is only the hands-on activities. It's both the hands-on activities and the mental activities. TVET has a wide spectrum of developing countries and developing Jamaica, and we are a far pace. Earlier I heard Sir Dennis mention that Hart is like a university. Well, yes, we are moving beyond those statuses. We have institutes, we have colleges, we have so many opportunities for skills development in Jamaica, and certainly enhancing our prowess across the region. And I must say to you, we are proud to be part of Hart. Hart has given many persons a good start, and you are part of a great opportunity to having a good start. Put your hands together again for being here as a part of the forum. And as I take my space, please welcome, please mention, please acknowledge Dr. McLaughlin. Can you put your hands together for her, please? Dr. McLaughlin, our Deputy Managing Director for the National Programs and Training Division. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Gray. And Dr. McLaughlin, since you're joining us, would you like to just greet us? Please make Dr. McLaughlin come with a brief greeting.
Thank you so much. Good morning, everyone. It is really such a pleasure to see the youths in the space. You know, you are our future, and we have to gain that kind of confidence, as Mr. Bartley said 2 days ago, in you running the world in the next several or so years when we are retired. And so it's because of this that we have placed so much investment in you, in the things that you choose to do when you get older and start to contribute to society. So we're pleased to have you here. I realized that Dr. Gray did the wonderful remarks on my behalf. I apologize for being late, but I was at another activity which I could not say no to. but I am grateful and I'm looking forward to everything that is going to be said and done here today. As the Heart NSTA Trust, you are our focus. You are why we are here. And so we want to hear your voices, and it is the voice that you will have in ensuring that we plan ahead for you. Thank you so much for having me briefly, and I'm looking forward. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. McLaughlin. Young people, she said, your voice. It is important that your voice is heard. It is important that you own what it is that you're doing and that you step into it with confidence. It is important. What did I say earlier? I graduated BB Coke with 2 subjects. A lot of times we allow people to cast all kinds of film on us, and they can impact the way we see ourselves. Where you are now is not the be-all, end-all of your existence. You are just on the cusp of greatness. But that power lies in your hands. You're more powerful than you think. You're going to heart now, and you're doing some skills training, and you feel as though you just go down a heart, go on. No, 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 no. I need you to understand this, young people. I have to make an appointment with my electrician. I'm in the process of building a home at the moment, and I have to make an appointment with my electrician. Skills training is highly sought after. What they did not tell you is that one is going to be hot bread. You never know. Hot bread. I think a part of the challenge that you have as young people is that, well, generally we have this problem as people. We tend to put value on something based on the amount of money it costs. So if somebody give you a genuine leather bag for free, and then somebody sell you a genuine leather bag for 25,000 with LV on it, you prefer to go with the $25,000 bag with LV on it because you feel like LV make that leather bag more leather bag than the other leather bag. So sometimes you might be tempted to think that just because this thing doesn't cost you anything up to level 4. Let me say that again because that is an plausible moment. This thing does not cost anything up to level 4. And because it doesn't cost you anything in terms of you dipping into your pocket, you might feel as though the value of it is not that great. It may not cost you, but it's not free. Just so you know, somebody paid for it so that you could secure an opportunity. The 3 young people that we have sitting on stage here today are people who capitalized on that opportunity and made good on the opportunity. And you are being challenged to do the same. Whatever your hands find to do, you do it with what? All your might. Yes. So on stage we have Miss Sonia Hill, Mr. Carlton Bell, Miss Melissa Moses, Miss Janelle Fraser should have been with us, but unfortunately was not able to be with us today. So I am going to be introducing them, all 3, and then you are going to be hearing from them. They are going to be testifying of the goodness of what God, through Heart NSTA Trust And NCTVET, yes? Good. So Miss Sonia Hill is a graduate of Caribbean Maritime University, has a bachelor's in engineering industrial systems, has worked with IREE Solar. Do you say it or do you spell it? You say it. IREE Solar has technical skills that are many and varied, including Autodesk, AutoCAD, Fusion 360, Inventor and Revit, Multisim, Microsoft Office, you name it, she has it. Then she's worked on projects including the foldable electric scooter and mobile robot. She was awarded the Dean's Honor Roll Award while at university at Caribbean Maritime and World Skills Competition 2022 Special Edition Champion Mobile Robotics. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Miss Sonia Hill. And then, ladies and gentlemen, we have Mr. Carlton Bell, who says he's a driven and accomplished entrepreneur with a solid academic foundation and a passion for community development. He is the CEO of Scotts Hall Farms Limited and the founder of Boss Solutions. He is committed to fostering growth in agriculture and other sectors. He's also an experienced speaker who has delivered inspiring testimonials at various events, helping to motivate and uplift young audiences. His dedication to empowering others is reflected in his work and community engagement. In terms of his education, he's a graduate of Calabar. He's currently studying banking and finance at the University of the West Indies. In terms of his key achievements, he is the CEO of a Scotts Hall Farm. He's the founder of Boss Solutions. He's a youth mentor and speaker. He was awarded, I want to get this part, the Prime Minister Youth Award in the category of agriculture. That part is absolutely important, ladies and gentlemen. Please put your hands together for Mr. Carlton Bell. And then we have Miss Melissa Moses. She's a local fashion designer. She's a past trainee of the Gourmet Heart Academy. Miss Moses specializes in clothing, accessories, and bags. She designs for D'Angel, Ding Dong, Dexter Daps, other TV personalities, ministers, and influencers. She's currently working on her very own bag line named Melissa Moses Design. The bag line started in 2020. Please put your hands together for Miss Melissa Moses. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, you will hear from them in that order. Miss Sonia Hill, Mr. Carlton Bell, Miss Melissa Moses.
Thank you. Great. It's an honor to share my journey as an World Skills Ambassador and a TVET professional. You know, growing up, I never thought I would be in this area of expertise. I always thought I would be in the medical fields, maybe as a doctor or a radiologist. You know, until I was introduced to programming in high school. It was almost like first love at first sight, but with programming. This newfound love for programming was the foundation for my decision in choosing to become an engineer. Since then, I have been drawn to technical skills, mostly those that include technology and hands-on problem solving. This passion led me to become part of World Skills as a competitor, now as a representative for the Americas. Competing internationally showed me the level of expertise and dedication it takes to excel, and it introduced me to a global community that truly values the technical and vocational education. Being a World Skills Ambassador has been transformational. I've had the opportunity to represent youth on the global stage, advocate for the importance of green skills development, promote the value of TVET to young people and industry leaders alike. Through WorldSkills, I've learned that technical skills aren't just about a trade, they're a bridge to opportunities, innovation, and personal growth. In every interaction, as a competitor, a WorldSkills champion, and a TVET advocate, I've witnessed the power of skills to change lives. My journey has reinforced my belief that technical and vocational path is not just a career choice, it's a choice to make a difference. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Hill. And now we're going to be hearing from Mr. Carlton Bell. Check, check.
Good morning, everyone. So it's a great pleasure to speak to you all as the Prime Minister Youth Awardee and also an entrepreneur. I think he already told you as much as possible about me, so I'm going to tell you how TVET has been important in helping me throughout my journey. So my journey in agriculture started in 2021 when I, decided to do farming as a business. I've always had a passion for agriculture, but what truly motivated me to go into agriculture was the fact that farming is actually the backbone of many economies, and that's very important. So through the years, I've come to understand that it has the power to transform not only economies but also our communities. TVET has given me the confidence to embrace innovation in the agriculture sector. We often hear about challenges like climate change, soil degradation, and food security. Yet, with the right technical training, young people like myself can rise to these challenges and bring new solutions to the table. Whether it's through the use of modern farming techniques, agricultural technologies, or financial models that promote sustainability. So TVET equips us with the tools to create long-lasting impact. The importance of TVET extends beyond the individual level. It is critical for the economic development of our communities. So when youths are empowered with the right skills, they don't just contribute to their own success, they uplift the entire industries and communities alike. A well-trained workforce in agriculture, for example, can lead to more efficient food production, better job creation, and the growth of rural economies. So in closing, I believe that TVET is indeed the engine for social and economic change, and it is an investment in our youths, in our communities, and in our collective future. So as a young farmer and a student of banking and finance, I can attest to the transformative power of education and skills training. So you're at the right place. Heart is definitely the right place for you.
All right, good morning, everyone. I am Melissa Moses. I'm a local Jamaican fashion designer and the owner and creator of the brand Melissa Moses Designs. Firstly, I would like to say to you that everything in life has challenges, but you will have to work very hard to achieve your goals in whatever career path you choose. As a fashion designer, there are many obstacles and challenges that are faced in the fashion industry. For me, I have to be working very hard and be dedicated to my craft. With all the obstacles I have faced, I am now able to see the benefits from my hard work. Today, I continue to push boundaries, making a name for myself. I have produced and created designs for a few celebrities, such as Dexter Daps, The Angel, where many considered her the best dressed female artist at the last staging of Sting 2023. Chi-ching ching and ding dong. Listen, I am not yet where I want to be, but I am well on my way, courtesy of my passion for fashion and the TVET training I have received. I am one of the few female designers who was placed on the cover of the 2023 directory under the theme, Women in Power. I have made products. Thank you. I have made products and been interviewed by many media houses while being financially rewarded. So I will close by saying, if you want to be on the path to success, technical and vocational training and education is the vehicle to get you to your destination of being successful. So, as you stand on the brinks of your careers or your future, I urge you to consider the impact you can have as a TVET practitioner, a fashion designer, a celebrity chef, a makeup artist, and that's just to name a few of the TVET careers. So you can enroll at any Heart Trust facility island-wide to achieve your dreams just as I did. Because as the saying says, where there is a, thank you.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. And these are only but a few of the success stories that come out of Heart NSTA Trust. And I want you to leave here, young people, I want you to leave here convinced, and I want you to leave here with a different mindset. You are the business. They are the business. I'm standing in front of you now as speaker. This is after teaching for over 20 years. Yes, I know, I look young. Thank you very much. But I graduated Teachers College in 2003. I taught for 20-something years. And when I was walking away from the classroom, it wasn't a neglect of duty. It was because I needed to walk in purpose. Because as a teacher, I felt like, and I've taught in Jamaica, I've taught in England, and I've taught in the United States. And for all three places, the one thing that it has in common is the money little drop. It's almost as though they sit and they write your budget. And then they give you a little wiggle room and then put an additional 10 to 15,000 on it. So just in case you want to eat ice cream. I am now along a path of pursuing skills training, using the gift that God has blessed me with to bless other people. When you graduate your program, you are dually positioned, D-U-A-L-L-Y, dually positioned. You have two paths in front of you. You can either choose to work with an organization, or like these empowered young people, you can choose to pursue an entrepreneurial path. Start to have those thoughts from now. Begin to think about your brand. Regardless what area you are training in, start to have thoughts about your brand. How would you make this different? Yes, we know it is electrical. Yes, we know it is fashion designing. Yes, we know it is farming. But how will you make a difference in that space? How will you stand out? What will be different about your design and your farm? That is the kind of thinking that you want to leave here with, because you are being empowered here and now to go out and to do great things. Put your hands together for them one more time. And at this time, we're going to invite Ms. Claudia Gordon, who will be making a presentation to them. Make her welcome.
So what she had to say to them was a secret. That's why she didn't use a mic, because I know everything good for eat, good for talk. That's okay. Right, so at this time, I'm going to invite you guys to step off stage with me. We are going to be clearing the stage, as our entertainment for this morning is dance expressions. They are going to be coming to us lively and energetic to bring a bit of positive energy to the room, but hopefully not to mess up in here. Make dance expression. Well, hold on. Now make them welcome. Wait. You can. Right. So while they're clearing the stage, ladies and gentlemen, like I said before, my name is Andrew Dennis. I am Miss Pearly Grandson on social media. I don't have young people following me. So I understand if you've never seen me before. I'm not insulted at all. But I want to capitalize on this opportunity to get a few young people to follow Miss Pearly Grandson. So you can check out my content. You don't have to follow right away when you go onto the page. You can look at one or two of the videos first. And if you like it, then you can follow. If you don't like it, that's okay. That's a beautiful thing about social media. You can choose what you like and what you want to follow. Not offended at all. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time coming to your stage, dance expressions. Make them welcome, please.
X to the P to the R to the E, double S to the I to the O, N, Z, expressions are with them, we're not afraid of nobody, yo. Nobody. Let them know.
Let's take you into Sky, the music that took us into independence. Freedom! In 1966, Rocksteady was born.
Better get ready, come to Rocksteady. You got to do this new dance, hope you are ready. You got to do it just like if you don't know it, just shake your head, rock your body line, shake your shoulders, everything in time and see. Oh, 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 oh.
Reggae, a heartbeat of a people.
Oh,
This is Dance Hall.
Now this one is original move. This one called the Bella Move. Just follow me, no man. Each and every year you have a new style. Each and every year you have a new style. Each and every year you have a new style. Each and every year you have a new style. Come on. One time John was water pumpy. Then them come with cool and deadly jump pop, 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 pop. It done by me. Fling with that tea. We want some new style. So me want everybody. Me say come and follow me. What I call it? The Della Move. To the Della Move. Come crowd of people come get in and they grow trouble. The Della Move. To the Della Move. Come crowd of people come get in and they grow just pint you one like you're pinting past someone. Move your foot and turn it in a fashion just wriggle up your body and get in on the motion. Show them Della Move. Yes, it are the champion. The Della Move. To the Della Move. Come crowd of people come get in on the groove. Trouble. The Della Move. To the Della Move. Come crowd of people come get in on the groove. The Della Move.
No, not there.
New style, style and style, and style can't spoil. All girls them jump and shout out for a while. Watch this.
Oh, not that.
You hear new style, new dance style. Fling your hand in the ear, then you rock, then you dip. Move to the drum and make your body kick. Step forward and come up back quick. That's all the new style where the whole place I do. Rap, bogle, dance, some music fit you. Bogle around the place like that day. So just rap, bogle, dance. Some of your tune up play. I must sing on it that. After no so bogle stay. She can't do it good, but she a rock same way. For real, me love how the girl them rock so, deep so. To God them look sweet. Trust me, I love stand up and see. Uptown, downtown, I rock to the beat. Jeremy and I try about him already. He better make stumpy, teach him to step all way and one that stiff like piece of wood. Never idiot, I can't do more good.
Young and old people do the dance like it. Me I tell you, how would them a ramp with? Popeye! Alright. Ravers, clavers, black blingers, timeless, sound for six, all dancers, remember. Everybody start take for yourself. Follow the rhythm and take for yourself. Spin with it and take for yourself. And the new dance take for yourself. Cause some of them bad mind, some of them bad mind. Take for yourself, take bad mind. This a one of the prime time, this a the prime time. Take for yourself a prime time. So when you see wicked people, take for yourself. When you see Nazi people, take for yourself. From them out of the evil, take for yourself. So far with them in a vehicle, take for yourself. And if your best friend a cat, take for yourself. And you know I look flap, take for yourself. Spin with it and not drop, take for yourself. I keep a got it like that. What? Everybody start take for yourself. Follow the rhythm and take for yourself. Spin with it and take for yourself. And the new dance take for yourself.
John, pull up the John.
Yo, Bunda.
I bet me turn up in your Jeff. I bet me turn up in your acha. No more keep up, can't stop. Ooh, singer, me, cross, on, killer. Some move, some rock, some sip me liquor. Move, you, quick, keep up, yeah. Drop, quicker, make a dance couple times, girl, I take my picture. I bet me turn up in your if you see bigger they dance and the place get mellow. Hear me I tell you, some do me think, chain do me bling, skip me enemy, them me a little breathing. Camera, action, flame, when we outside lock, buggy building, bet me turn up in ya.
Ladies and gentlemen, energy. 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 Yes. But this is how we know that, like the story of Heart and STA Trust, the pendulum swing and the paradigm has shifted in Heart's favor. But back in my day, when you have this year kind of something going on stage, the crowd is electrified. You just hear pure noise and excitement, but everybody has gotten so very cultured and covert, and everybody is able to sit and appreciate what's going on from their seats and be very decorous in their behavior. So that's commendable. But that was a big energy, big electrifying moment. Put your hands together one more time for dance expressions. And I hope you took the opportunity to get them by your story like I did. Yes. And there are some not so young people in the room who is saying, get them on your story. What am I talking about? Ladies and gentlemen, the pleasure is mine to introduce to you our guest speaker for today. Mr. Simon Bartley is an experienced leader with significant standing and impact. He is globally recognized as an expert in vocational, craft, and technical education, with additional expertise in the areas of business and charities. He has chaired not-for-profit educational and industry committees and organizations and is in demand as a speaker at international conferences as well as on television. Simon is honorary president of World Skills International, having served the maximum permissible 2 4-year terms as president from October 2011 to August 2019. Simon was awarded his BSc in Engineering Science and Management by Durham University in 1979, achieving Chartered Engineer status and membership of the Institute of Civil Engineers in 1984. He achieved his MSc in Management in 1985, joining his family business, CJ Bartley, rising to become chairman and managing director. In 2007, he was headhunted to become chief executive of World Skills UK. Simon has served on government, business, and industry organizations, including the Small Business Council, the Skills Commission, the Apprenticeship Ambassadors Network, the Confederation of British Industry, and the City and Guilds. In June 2015, he was awarded the OBE by Her Majesty the Queen Elizabeth II for voluntary and charitable services. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand to your feet and help me welcome Mr. Simon Bartley with a rousing round of applause.
I've been given 25 minutes to talk to you, but after Andrew's introduction, I think it's probably down to about 12 now. So let's cut to the chase, and I'm sure someone will wave at me when it's time for me to get off. I do realize that I am in an impossible position for a number of reasons. Firstly, I've got to... So soon I'm being moved off. Okay. Oh. That's it. All right. For so many reasons, I'm in an impossible position. How do you follow that dance? I was sitting, having a cup of Jamaican coffee, watching Jamaican music and Jamaican dance. I'm in the midst of Jamaican youth. The sun has come out at last for the first time in 3 days. And I'm standing between you and your lunch. So frankly, I do realize that anything I say should be taken with a pinch of salt, and that if you fall asleep, I'm not going to be upset about that. However, I am delighted to be back in Jamaica. Jamaica in some way is a bit of my skills home. You've heard I've got a degree from Durham and a master's from Durham. But in the world of skills, I first came to Jamaica in 2007, before many of you were born probably. Well, certainly the students, if not the teachers, before you were born. I came back in 2010 for the World Skills General Assembly here in Jamaica. Jamaica, member number 40 of the family of World Skills, joined even before then. The first General Assembly held in the Caribbean was held here in Jamaica in 2010. And I was fortunate enough for two reasons. Well, there's several reasons. I'm not going to limit it to two. Firstly, some of the people in Heart here today who've been looking after me for the last 3 days were around in 2010. Secondly, I had the privilege this morning of meeting with your Prime Minister. He happened to be Minister of Education when I arrived in 2010 for the World Skills General Assembly. And also, it was here in Jamaica that the members of World Skills voted for me to be their president. So, Jamaica holds a really special place in my heart. And I am delighted to have been invited back by Heart to speak at this conference on Monday, yesterday, and now today. Let me start by saying that I'm jealous. I'm jealous because I never had what you are having today and are having at your schools and in your society. In the United Kingdom, although we're probably the best country in the world, England, except at cricket, of course, which I'll draw a veil over, we haven't had an organization like Heart who could influence me in where I was going to go in my career. And I think the importance of Heart cannot be overestimated. The information that they are going to be able to give you, your teachers and your families, that will help you, and it has to be you, make a decision about the future cannot be underestimated. I've done some quick and dirty research into the influences of young people entering the decision-making that is going to affect the rest of their lives. And there are many influences. But in general around the world, and I've visited 90 countries now in the world in World Skills, there are two main groups of influencers who will expect you to listen and hear what they have to say, and in many cases will be upset if you don't listen to them. Sorry, they will be upset if you do not do what they are telling you. Those two groups are your parents and your teachers. As you go through those stages within your school and your life where you are making decisions about what you are going to do, your parents will have an idea on your behalf. That's quite right, because actually your parents want the best for you. But your parents were making these decisions in a different time 20 or 25 or 30 years ago. The world has changed. You have a heart now that are there as well as your parents. You have a society that has at long last begun to wake up to the importance of what I called a blended workforce in an economy. The choice is no longer stark between staying on at school and taking an academic route and going to university against leaving school early and going to college to do what many people in the past would have thought was a dead-end route career. That's what it was like when I was your age. I had to make a decision, stay at school after 16 or leave school at 16. If I stayed at school, I did A-levels, I went to university, I got a professional job. If I left school, the best that could have been thought of is you'll go to a place of work and do an apprenticeship. And if you were lucky, you got an apprenticeship in an organization that would train you probably for 3.5 years so that you became a craftsman or woman. An electrician, a motor mechanic, a bricklayer, a plumber. Went to university. If you're lucky, you become a lawyer, an engineer, a dentist, a veterinary surgeon. But the decision was there, and today, whilst the decision of the route is still there, there is a much more blended approach to your decision making. If you leave school at 16 and decide to go to work and do an apprenticeship, you can move sideways into university and do a degree. If you go to university and start doing a degree and you decide it's not for you, you can move back into the world of work, and increasingly nobody is going to think the worse for you if you do it. And I think it is important, the most important message I will give today is that, yes, listen to your parents, the first group of people who I call influencers, but secondly, the second group are your teachers. And I'm very aware that I'm on dangerous ground because there may be teachers in this room who will disagree with what I'm saying. Most teachers will recommend to their students, unless they're particularly enlightened teachers, that they follow the route that the teacher does, which is generally to go to university. Perhaps not to become a teacher, but because that is perceived by society as the highest route that an individual can take. As I said, that is no longer the absolute case that it was 40 years ago when I was making, 50 years ago when I was making that decision. I don't know enough about the Jamaican economy, though I have learned quite a lot in the last 2 days, such as there is nearly full employment in Jamaica. But certainly in the United Kingdom and in certain countries in Europe and in North America, the lifetime earnings of somebody who leaves school at 16, goes to work with skills development and training, will be within a couple of £1,000 net after taxes of somebody who goes to university and ends up getting a job at the age of 21 or 22, if they are lucky enough to get a job at a graduate level and salary. And there is increasing evidence around the world that actually, before long, people who enter the TVET route, increasingly driven by AI, driven by electronic and high-tech jobs will earn more in their lifetime than people who go to university. And if I point out that quite a lot of people go to university, United Kingdom, for instance, only 40% of graduates from British universities get jobs at a graduate level salary after 1 year in the market and having graduated. Until then, they are signing on or not working or doing another degree, which is the latest way of deferring work. So I would urge you, as you're making your decisions about life, to look at the three influences I've mentioned, the two traditional ones, certainly, parents or members of the family or teachers. But I would also urge you to look at the third one, which is the advice that can be given from heart, because they should open your minds to the opportunities that you as individuals should make a decision on. And the three testimonials that we heard just before the entertainment, what testimonials? I know Sonia. In my engagement at World Skills International, I was lucky enough to meet Sonia as a representative of the World Skills Champions Trust in Lyon just 5 weeks ago, where she was there doing ambassadorial work at a really high level. And you heard her story about she heard of opportunities, looked at possibilities, undertook research, and then moved on into a career path that was right for her and her skills and abilities at the time. And she became a champion, a real champion of TVET here in Jamaica. And she represented Jamaica at the World Skills Special Edition in the middle of the COVID pandemic as a representative of the youth of Jamaica. And now she's going and showing ministers and prime ministers and global partners around Lyon, talking at conferences, speaking to individuals like yourselves, because she followed her heart. And I use that word specifically. She followed her heart, which is your heart. Ladies and gentlemen, all paths for you lead to the world of work. I know from my own children that actually making a decision at the age of 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 about what you're going to do for your life is almost impossible, in that something has changed since the days that I knew I wanted to be an engineer at the age of 13. But please understand, not only will you have to make a decision about what work you are going to do at some time in your life, but it is not an irreversible decision. If you decide to do vehicle maintenance when you leave school in an apprenticeship with Mercedes here in Kingston, or if you decide to read veterinary science at university, there is no reason why in 3, 5, 7 years you shouldn't change career. Because what heart is doing is it's not only concentrating on you, no longer only concentrating on people as they leave education, but are concentrating at what's going on in schools, are educating teachers in schools to better inform you. But society, and I know this in Jamaica for a fact, are really looking at continual professional development, which includes getting off this ladder and moving on to this ladder and moving on to this ladder and climbing this ladder as your circumstances change as you go into the future. Decisions are important, but the ability to learn and to be able to take control of your own lives is equally as important, if not so. And I commend that to you. The world is your oyster. You are thinking, here I am living in a great country, and it is. You have plenty of rain, you have plenty of wind, you have plenty of rum, you have coffee, you have music, you have dance. You're thinking, why should I live here? Even more so when there are jobs here and I'm not having to leave to find a job. But with qualifications of the type that Hart give or the universities in Jamaica give, not only is Jamaica your oyster, not only is the Caribbean your oyster, but the world is your oyster. Increasingly, I believe, Jamaica will import skills in certain areas. It will also have an export that can go to different countries around the world, and that is its skilled youth. That is you. So that skill that you learned, that ladder that you got on for progression, is now not just the Jamaican ladder, though it may well be, and good luck to you staying here if that is your choice. But there are also ladders that move over onto other Caribbean nations and around the world. There has for too long been an emigration from countries like Jamaica to other countries in the world of low-skilled, low-paid, labouring individuals. Hart is stopping that happening by raising the level of attainment and achievement of every single young person on this island, and even more, as I said earlier, giving them the opportunity, giving you the opportunity to develop, grow, and change at home on this island. World Skills International, I'm sure none of you have particularly heard of or had anything to do with yet. World Skills International is an organization set up even before Hart was set up back in 1950, in the aftermath of the Second World War, which sought to raise the level of skills around the world for two main reasons. Firstly, to develop economic growth, and secondly, to develop societal change where everybody got an opportunity to achieve their potential. And whilst World Skills doesn't only do competition, it does research, it does education and training, it does communication. What it's best known for, if it's known at all, and Sonia is an example of this, is we run an international competition every 2 years where the best of the best compete against the best of the best from other nations. In Jamaica, as in the United Kingdom, as in South Africa, as in Chinese Taipei or Canada, there are competitions. I don't have to tell you here in Jamaica about competitions. You have competitors in the world of athletics who are world beaters. But what they are is they are the best in Jamaica before they go away and become the best in the Americas and the best in the world and the best in the Olympics. So it is with skills. In Jamaica, there are local and national skills competitions, a pyramid of skills competitions that allow people to climb up that pyramid and demonstrate their abilities. And we know competition improves performance. So, if any of you get an opportunity to compete, it may be in bricklaying, it may be in robotics, it may be in debating, it may be in an agricultural skill. Take it, because by entering that competition, whether you win or whether you don't, you will get a little bit higher up that pyramid. Somebody is going to beat you. I promise you, somebody eventually beat Usain Bolt. However good he was, however much of a champion he was, there will always be someone better than you at some stage. So climb on the Jamaican skills pyramid. And if you become the best in Jamaica, like Sonia did, you go and represent your country in the same way as Sonia represented their country, and your athletes represent Jamaica. And they go up against the best in the world, just like the Olympics. And you climb that pyramid a little bit higher. And the teachers or the trainers who are getting you to go there learn the skills from other countries who might be ahead of you or level to you. And if they're right as teachers and right as trainers, they will bring those lessons back to the next generation, the next year of young people. So World Skills runs these competitions, and at the end of it we have gold medal winners, and we have silver medal winners, and we have bronze medal winners. But what we have is an international benchmark of skills. And actually what that means is that benchmark can be transferred across all the schools, all the colleges, all the universities, through organizations like HEART and World Skills Jamaica. Now my time is rapidly coming to the end, and as I said, lunch will be calling in the very near future. Just two final thoughts for you. In your careers, however you do them, there is an absolute rule that I would like you to follow. Never go to a place of work that does not train, upskill, or teach you. A job without skills is a dead-end job. In the future, in the next 20, 30, 50 years, we are all, not perhaps me because I might not be around that long, but in general, we are all going to need to upskill to keep our jobs, to be able to change our jobs, etc. And a job without work is equally as bad, a job without skills and training is equally as bad as going on a course that isn't going to lead you into a better place of work. So please remember, employers are getting better and better and better at doing it, but don't just take the quick buck and go somewhere to earn some money this week. Make sure you go, whether it's to a job or whether you are actually an entrepreneur where you need to carry on your skills development your own, which is even more difficult than doing it in a work. Please look at the future. And finally, I've said this every day since I've been here, so some of the members of HEART will be getting bored of it, I'm afraid. I've been lucky. I mentioned to you I've probably visited 90 countries in my tours around the world as president of World Skills. You, the young people of Jamaica, young people of the world, are our future. I do not have a future unless the young people of the world are looked after, properly informed, led to a fulfilling life. So I would say to you, my future is in your hands, and from what I've seen by traveling around the world, from Australia to China, from South Africa to Norway, from Canada to Argentina, I've met you and those like you, and I am absolutely certain that my future, the future of Jamaica, the future of the world is safe in your hands. Thank you very much.
Young people, the world is your oyster. You are in control, and you determine the trajectory of your life. Simon, I'd like to thank you ever so kindly for inspiring us today. And I'm pretty sure if, as old as I am, I've pulled inspiration, I'm pretty sure that the young people have been inspired by your journey as well. Put your hands together one more time for Mr. Bartley. And in the interest of time and being very strategic about how we use what's left of ours in the building, I'm going to be inviting at this time Dr. Tanisha Ingleton to come with closing remarks. Okay, we're not taking Dr. Tanisha Ingleton yet. We're taking Dr. Ro Amande to come to us and to moderate for us briefly our next session. And after this, we'll take Dr. Ingleton. Please put your hands together for Dr. Ro Amande.
Good morning, young ladies and gentlemen. Good morning. So you have come and you have sat down very nicely. You're looking quite comfortable. You're looking quite pretty. You have listened to Miss Pearlie's grandson. You have also listened to Dr. Gray. You sat and you listened to Dr. McLaughlin, and you heard from Mr. Simon Bartley, you heard from Sonia, you heard from Carlton, you heard from Melissa. Now we want to hear from you. We have to hear you before you leave here, because we don't want to be the only ones talking to you. So we are going to put some little scenarios, we call them, right at the table, right where you're sitting, and you're going to talk to each other about those issues, because you have a voice. Simon spoke to you about getting ready for the world of work, and part of getting ready for the world of work, you have to know how to talk. People are not going to be there to talk for you. You have to talk for yourself. And there's another thing, you have to talk to each other. I know some of you, you're in the same house and you're texting each other. Some of you only WhatsApp and text and you don't make call again. So turn to the person next to you, yes, you young man, and you better talk to each other, and you're going to talk big talk now. You're not going to talk just about, what are some of the things you talk about? You're not going to talk about cartel, and you're not going to talk about, you tell me some of the things, you're going to talk about some important sounding topics like social media and the influence in hiring. How do I handle discrimination in the workplace? Yes, man, you're going to use some of those big ideas. How do I balance work for stability? How do I stand out when I go on internship or apprenticeship? Remote work versus office work. So we are giving you these topics to get you ready to go out there and be a leader in the world of work. So you're going to talk, and you're going, and as you talk, you're doing what you call networking. And networking is when you get to know other people who can help to move you, to help you to develop your competence in your field. So everybody now, get going and talk. And when you put your ideas down, we want one of you, be the leader, to capture it on your, well, I will have Samsung notes. What they call it in Apple? Because all of you have iPhone and them something. Huh? Whatever I name. Miss Williams, what is it called in Apple? Phone? Notes? You have some notes, something on your phone. We want you to type it up. Then Dr. Gray is going to give you the Wi-Fi code and you're going to email it to us. Because your voice is going to become a part of policy, a part of strategic direction. So come, I like the CMU team. I like the energy. I need to see it among the others now. And you may be very well the one that we are calling up to come and report. So make sure that you do, everybody does something, okay? All right, so we are giving you about 8 minutes to talk. So it's power talk, you can't waste time. Huh? Yes, miss, you can finish it up with me.
All right, quickly, ladies and gentlemen, for the purpose of clarity, you are only focusing on the specific scenario that has a check mark beside it, that has a tick at your table. So you're not looking at any of the others, you're just looking at the one with a check mark beside it.
Hi, good afternoon. If you look to the platform on the screen, you will see the SSID and the password to get on the internet. So you can use it for the Wi-Fi. As you can see, the email address is on the screen. Raquel Carr, please email your responses to raquel_carr@heart-nta.org. It's written on the screen.
ladies and gentlemen, in the interest of time, I know you're having very lively and very fruitful discussions at your tables, but we have to, well, we're not ending the discussion right now, but whatever you have in your notes, we're going to ask you, every single table, whether you're called to speak or not, please send your notes to the email address on the board. At this point, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to pause to recognize Dr. Gordon from the Ministry of Education. Dr. Gordon, where are you? Dr. Gordon is in the building. Put your hands together for Dr. Gordon from the Ministry of Education, please. Thank you very much. Thank you, Dr. Gordon, for being here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, obviously we can't have a lively discussion like we would want to in the interest of time. We're going to be spending about the next 10 minutes just hearing some of your thoughts and hearing some of your insights coming out of your discussions about these very important topics. The first person I'm going to call to speak, I'm going to ask Mr. Matthew Graham to come. Mr. Matthew Graham has number 7. Please make him welcome. Navigating low wages and high living costs. This one is important for us to address. Come, Matthew. You want to stay down here or you're coming all the way up here?
Excuse me. Can I say what number 7?
Number 7. Yeah. Navigating low wages. Respect.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm kind of nervous, you get me? But I was selected. I'm not going to shy down from the opportunity, step up to the plate. A way that Andre can actually lower his wages and high living costs is one, budgeting. Most of us, like me myself, have an Apple subscription. And every month end, you see the little check come in. Check. Now, necessarily, it's not an essential for Andre. So if him have that, him can cut it out. So Andre can look for a more affordable place to live or reduce non-essential expenses to lower his living costs. Our next way that he can earn additional income is by freelancing. He can seek additional income by taking on a part-time job or freelance work in addition to his current job. Another way, while in training, further upskill. Andre can pursue additional training or certifications to improve his skills and potentially earn a promotion or raise. That is it.
Absolutely. That is it. That is it. That is the answer that we're looking. That's what we had on the rubric. That is exactly the answer we were looking for. Thank you very much, Matthew. I'm going to ask at this time, number 6, Miss Elia Campbell, please come. Number 6 is overqualification and frustration, and she's bringing backup dancers.
Thank you. All right, so good afternoon, everyone. So for our scenario, it stated that Latoya's situation presents a challenge I think it's a case where she had a level 7 certificate and she was unable to get a job. So when she would apply for a high level job, it would say that she doesn't have the experience. And when she applied for a lower level job, it would say that she doesn't, she has too many qualifications. Right? So just some suggestions that we would give to Latoya to kind of mitigate that.
All right, so the first suggestion is going to be to tailor her resume and her cover letter. So she should emphasize transferable skills. So instead of focusing heavily on her high-level qualifications, Latoya should emphasize the skills and experiences that she has that are directly relevant to the job. She should also highlight any practical or hands-on experience that she may have gained during her studies or through internships, projects, or volunteering.
Another point that we looked on was that for her to avoid overqualified focus, instead of highlighting her certificate as the most prominent feature, she can present it as a part of her continuous learning journey and showing that she's eager to contribute to the company.
Just 3 more points to add what both of my colleagues said. Apply for internships. So I know for a fact my university doing internships is one of the criteria that we definitely have to fill in order to graduate, right? So I know most students might wait until it's closer to their final year to actually do this internship, but it would help if, you know, using your summers or even Christmas or even throughout your school terms, because there are companies that actually accept interns during the school year, and so that's something that, you know, we as students can actually consider to do internship, not necessarily the summer before we graduate or even after our final year, but to continuously do it while we're going through our programs. This too leads us to, you know, be able to find networking opportunities, right? Because once we're able to network, you know, because links run Jamaica, right? So as long as it is, you know, you meet with like-minded people, you know, work on different projects. Because in the scenario, it mentioned that she had an electrical engineering, you know, at level 7. And as engineers and engineering training myself, working on, you know, personal projects actually help us, because we're definitely not going to get the experience that we need in order to go into these high-paying jobs. And so once we're able to, you know, work on personal projects and get skills that are transferable into these roles, then it will help us in the long run. Yeah.
Thank you very much. I'm not sure why they would have you discuss the questions if they already gave the answer sheet. But those are the exact answers we were looking for. Also, I am happy that I don't have to sit an exam with you people from Caribbean Maritime. You are the people in the exam who is constantly asking for more paper. When me done long time, I'm ready to come out. Una put up on a hand. Can I have more paper, please? Now me have to go read over the question and see if me answer it properly. Thank you, Caribbean Maritime, for your insights. Very, very important. Love that. I'm going to invite Mr. Simpson, Rasheem Simpson, with number 2, handling workplace discrimination based on your address. A joke, that not the day. Invite Mr. Simpson to come. Mr. Simpson to come. Going once, going twice, going. Mr. Simpson is 2 minutes, and from the looks of things, they're taking 1 to reach.
Yes, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Rasheem Simpson. I'm from Rockford, VTC. And the topic we got was handling workplace discrimination. So the scenario is Alex is a recent graduate. He joined a company known for its innovative approach. And during this first week, he noticed a subtle discriminatory comments directed to him from an older co-worker because of his lack of experience and his youth. He's not sure how to manage the situation without the risk of losing his job, and he's considering what he should do. So a piece of advice we give to Alex is to politely ask the older co-worker, why are they being so singling him out for discriminatory comments and such. Now, if it is that the person says that they simply do not like Alex, what Alex can then do is go to his supervisor and see if they can remedy the situation. And if that has not happened, or if it is not satisfactory, he can then go to his HR manager and bring it up with HR.
Sounds reasonable. Again, the answers we're looking for. And you, me want to sit down side of you in the exam. At this point, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to ask you to send all of your insights, your input, your feedback to the scenarios, to the email address on board, and we are going to invite Dr. Tanisha Ingleton to close us out. While Dr. Ingleton is on the way, I want to encourage you, young people, every morning or every so often as it becomes necessary, I want you to assume a posture. This is a posture I'm sharing with you straight out of country. It is the posture that you use when you have to hold a cow. All right? You have to make sure that your feet are properly planted and you hold the cow rope and you pull the cow towards you. Young people, the day and age that you're living in will require you to take the bull by the hand. Nothing now gonna come to your palm platter. If you want it bad enough, thank you very much for having me, Miss Pearly Grandson, at your service. Dr. Ingleton.
You know, I was hoping to see Miss Pearly Grandson in his, that outfit that he wears. And he has the rapid and all of that. Yes, in your Mavis. You know, I was wondering, where's the Mavis? Because some of these young people need some of that. You know, that sort of grandmothering that you got, that I think contributed so well to our age. We're at the close. We have had 3 extraordinary days. And I really do not even know how much I can sum it up with the kind of attention that has been given to TVET and the work of the Heart and STA Trust and the importance of creating an ecosystem across these 3 days. Mr. Simon Bartley, former president of World Skills International, traveled all the way from the UK because he recognizes the power that we have as a small country and what we can do to change our economy. And he wanted to help us to validate that, as well as to support us in moving forward. Could we give him a round of applause, please? And he was at our post-cabinet press briefing this morning. He has been an extraordinary support of the organization, having come here in 2010 and now continuing with us. Dr. Amande, Dr. McCloughan, Dr. Odette Brown, 3 brilliant individuals. They were able to take this vision that we need to have a TVET summit to demonstrate the extraordinary work of the Trust. I can tell you, unless you're inside there, you have absolutely no idea of the gamut of the strategy of the work that we have done across the past 42 years to build that organization and make it as formidable as it is today. And the reason why we have been able to do that is because we have extraordinarily brilliant individuals. And that's the staff at the Heart and Estate Trust. Could you just stand and let everybody see you and all the work that you have been doing? Stand up, man. All the Heart members, all the Heart team, you have done so well across these 3 days. So well. Extraordinarily impressed with the work that you do. Let us not take it for granted that an organization is built and sustained by people with talent. And young people, do not take it for granted. Your talent is what Jamaica needs to be sustained. If all of you decide to take the plane and go away, we're going to have challenges. We need you to be here. We need you to find a reason to stay. And if it is that you do decide to go and get a global perspective, we need you to come back. And if you don't decide to come back, we need you to give back. Send it in remittances. Very important. But you are the future. I am not. I am not. I am as old as the trust. I am the same age as the trust. You are the future. You are the ones who will be leading these organizations. You are the ones who will be taking Jamaica forward. But in order for you to do that, you have to take the bull by the horn. Do not allow anybody to small you up. Do not allow anybody to make you feel as if you are not capable. Do not allow anybody to cause you not to rise and to shine, because you really don't have much time. I remember when I just came back to Jamaica. I was just 31 years old. And I thought I had time. But I'm now 42 years old. And I don't know where the time has gone. So if I had sat down and listened to the people trying to put you in a little box, I wouldn't be here today. So you have to ensure that you stand strong, that you stand tall, that you develop a set of formidable values. And those values must be, you must have those core values that wherever the wind blows, you are strong. Because you're not moving with the wind, you are firmly planted. If you don't develop that, no matter the technical competencies that you have, you will not last. You have to have that. And that's what Miss Pearlie, grandmother, gave to him. Why he can be doing what he's doing today and speaking of her in the ways that he does. And so, young people, remember today, perhaps the next 10 years, you will be the one up here. Perhaps the next 15 years, you'll be the one sitting in Parliament. You are certainly the ones who are going to be giving us our pension. You are the ones who are going to be developing the policies. We are going to be sitting at home in our living rooms, listening to you on television, and hoping that you have enough sense to not destroy the country. That is your future. That is it. So we essentially hand over to you. We are calling you to action. We need you to speak up. We need you to speak out. We need you to develop a set of values that are so formidable that nobody can sway you. We need you to understand who you are, what you are worth. We need you to understand that you are our future. Do not get distracted. All of us started somewhere. And all of us, at some point in time in our lives, had a sponsor. So it's important to develop networks, meet people, get to know them, build relationships, because you are going to need a sponsor. You are going to need somebody to call your name in a room when you're not there. You're going to need somebody to dispel some negative narratives about you that's not true. You are going to need that person, that mentor, to take up the phone and call and say, I am having a difficult situation. I don't know how to deal with it. You're going to need that person to walk you through it. You're going to need a sponsor. And so it is the time for you to build networks, create bridges. Bridges are important, not ladders of destruction. You do not want that in your lives. Recognize who is around you and be authentic about how you move forward. I am so very proud of what we have created, Dr. McCloughan, Dr. Amande, Dr. Brown. I know that you were the forerunners of the TVET Summit. And I'm so proud of what we have done across these 3 days. We had so many industry players. We had policymakers. We had our very own minister. We had a full lineup of individuals with unique perspectives and insights on how we're going to move forward. You are the future. I hand it to you. Handle it carefully, because we are depending on you for a brighter and a better Jamaica. Thank you. Dr. Howard Harvey is here, and we're inviting him to make a presentation to Miss Pearlie Grandson. So all of you who don't follow Miss Pearlie Grandson, you need to go follow him, because he has some really good grandmothering things that you need to know about. So please follow him. All right? So whilst you're following him, you have to follow Heart first. So Heart first, and then Miss Pearlie Grandson second. All right? So over to you, Dr. Harvey.
Wow. You are the epiphany of class, Mr. Andrew Dennis. We at the Heart NSTA Trust recognize the magnificent contribution that you have been making to our nation, especially to your followers, which encapsulate class, classicness, hard work. I must say, I love the way he introduced himself when he spoke about his early childhood education. For me, that was very moving. It seemed like you and I grew up in the same era. However, today, you have exhibit to our nation that wherever you are from, no matter where you are coming from, no matter where you are at, wherever you want to go, stand firm and listen to your grandparents. On behalf of the Heart NSTA Trust, we really appreciate your contribution today to TVET and the way how you embrace TVET. This is just a token of our appreciation on behalf of our trust. Thank you very much for coming and participating in our endeavor.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. So the curtains are closing now. We are moving into lunch. I think lunch is buffet. And so we'll invite you to lunch, but we'll take some announcements for lunch.
Thank you, dearest. I am proud, I am happy, and I hope that this is the beginning of a beautiful partnership, because I feel like sometimes it is not so much that we need to market to attract people, but we need to market to let people know of our impact. And you are doing more than Jamaica knows about, and Jamaica need to know the bigger things we are going on our hearts. So we need to talk off the air. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for lunch. We are going to be taking table by table. We ask that you remain seated. You'll be personally escorted, one table at a time, to lunch. While we wait to be escorted, there are some prizes and giveaways. I have a few trivia. You want to stay with me for it or you want to go? All right, okay. So now me dey brought a time because my job is officially done. And so this part of it now is just when we can enjoy ourselves a little bit, not much, because we have to be civil. And as the gentleman said, class. It has to be classy. What am I say? So demure, so cutesy. Ladies and gentlemen, it's trivia time. I have 4 questions to which we'll be giving away 8 prizes, 2 for each question. If you could come quickly to the front. Yes, that's how we're going to do it. No, I'm going to come down. I'm going to come down. All right, if you think you know the answer to this question, you can stick your hand up. I'll do my best to come to the first person who stick them hand up, but the truth of the matter is that me kind of farsighted, so if me not see you first, I say, God, it just never your turn. Anywho, the first question is, based on our guest speaker's speech today, who are the 2 sets of influencers who get upset? You say, you throw up your hand quick. When me did I ask you earlier if you come contact, you never want to come contact. But due to how freeness agree, you see how fast. The 2 sets of influencers that get upset when they tell us what to do and we don't listen. She threw up her hand already. As she first go.
Can you hear me? Okay. Parents and teachers.
Parents and teachers. Please to flag this person for a gift. Thank you. All right. The third influencer. The third person.
The actress people.
The actress people. Please flag for a gift over. Put your hands together. Those are the 3 influencers. Parents, teachers, and actress. All right. I have to go make up more questions because the method not going to work. Second question. No, third. Our guest speaker emphasized a specific age in his delivery.
Is it 11?
It's not 11. Listen for the question. So now, how am I going to know who did second? When you see with me, she sounds like she really need the present. Go ahead.
Say 16.
What happened at 16? What happened? What was the importance of that date in the speech?
I think that was the
age when
he started to attend Hartress. He started to make a decision, sir.
Because I was beginning to wonder which one speech you did listen to. It was the age when he started to make the decision about this. Okay, so we have. Where's she gone?
She gone at the green.
No, we have the green, the lady in green over here, so. Okay, then we have black and white right here, so. Then we have 16 over there, so. That's gift number 3. All right, we're doing well. Yeah, so black and white. 16 is wearing blue right there.
Watch.
16.
And 16 in blue. Based on our guest speaker's speech, what is the most likely advice that
to do a trade.
Aho. As I was saying before, I was rudely interrupted. Based on our guest speaker, what is the most likely advice that me like this game? Can we have fortune teller in here?
Sir, I can't never hear you properly.
Aho. Based on our guest speaker, what is the most likely advice that a teacher gives to her students? Me tell me now have 2020 vision, that's all right.
Go to college.
Go to college. Yeah, we can't give for that. We can't give for that. What were you going to say? You over here, sir, protest like you give me something for put on. Yes?
Go to university.
Go to university. Okay, so 1, 2. How much present we have left now? You finish?
It's a total of 15.
Yes, is that total of? Is that total of 15 present? My gosh. How so much you never give away?
From 10 to 15.
Oh. Well, you're so nice. So we need more questions. No, don't worry yourself about me and question. Me can ask question. All right. No, the challenge is that once they stick up them hand and the first person said the answer, I don't know who the second person is going to be. So I forgot to just make up some questions as me go. All right. So, based on our guest speaker's speech, how many countries?
How many countries he's visited? 90?
90 countries. All right, so let me see now. We have somebody from that table, somebody from that table, because you can't trick me. Somebody from that table there. Over here, so get nothing yet? No. Over there, so get nothing yet? No. We have to try and be fair. This table get? At 19, it's saying at this speech, I was here. This table get anything here? Yes. This table get? Yes. Another table get? No. All right. Good. So the competition now is between table right there, so we never get nothing yet. Table over there. Table right there, so table on this side. Where is our guest speaker from? England. Our guest speaker is from England. You want to take question B to that? What part of England? Yeah, by the way, but he's still here. He's still here.
London.
Is she right?
Absolutely right.
Who did say London first? Okay, so we have one London and one London, so two. Huh? Are you this London? It's okay. So we have one London here. You abandoned me? One London here. One London over there, so. How much you have left? You have 5 leave? Let me see how I can.
program now. Yeah, man. The organization that you are a part of and you are here on behalf of, how many years? 42. 42. 40 jump up. See her in the blue? She get some already? You know, me not like with Jamaican. We no crib. Because one somebody not supposed to left out here with 2 present, and some people not left with none. Gotta have my back and chan, man. All right. What is? You know, would even help me look. What is Miss Pearly grandson birth name on paper? 1. I know that alone upon my birth paper. Yes. Yes. Eh? Yeah, ask me, yeah, tell me. Yeah, tell me, say Andrew Dennis. How am my middle name? Where you got to know that? Give her a gift, please. All right, so tell me my middle name then.
Prodigal son.
That's what I thought. This is a horrible, horrible position to be in. I didn't sign up for this part of the job, you know. All right, me like that question. Me like that. Me could have insult you, insult me? Where you try to say me couldn't figure that out? 10. All right. So since Heart NSTA Trust has been around for a minute, what is Heart birth year? I'm coming to you. Hold your answer. Tell me my ears. That one is nice because nobody not ball out no answer. No, somebody over here. I'm only talking first. Now me give me ears. You're talking. Okay, hold on. All right, so we have 2 prizes for 1982. And Heart Trust NSTA is also introducing a maths course for the rest of you. 1, 2. We're going to be introducing basic maths level 1, 2, 3, and 4, all 4 levels free of cost. All right, next question. What is the name? And you can't just give me first name this time. What is the name of the main character who provided the entertainment today? Yo. All right. Here home, you're going to get selfish. How much present we have left? Ladies and gentlemen, please scan the QR code on the board so that you can offer us feedback on today's session. Your feedback is very important. Who? All right, so market I broke up here now, quick sale and small profit. We need from you, for these three things in my hand, an umbrella. This looks like something for fan, you can use it. You can use it as meat board. Oh, okay, fine. And an umbrella. What is a double barrel question? So now if you listen for the two part. What is our managing director's name and how long? I fear that? Oh.
Dr. Tanisha Ingleton, and she's been with the Heart Trust NTA for 2 years.
It is with a heavy heart.
God bless you. I'll take the umbrella, right?
It is with a heavy heart. Okay, share. Share. May I see the hands of the married people in the house? Married people. It's interesting, so me say, may I see the hands of the married people and see some of them? I'm not talking about people who have a partner where you take out and hire purchase and any day now you expect bail if you come knock down your door. Me I talk about like married proper, like marriage intact and it a work and make it the way it's supposed to do. Throw your hands up. Alright, the Bible says what fear cannot be unfear. So I just said, how long have you been married, my darling?
Tell me now. I'm married from 1999.
You're married from 1990. Them the time I just born, so look a bit at years. How is it going?
It's going good, you know. When Christ in the vessel will smile at the storm.
Christ in the vessel will smile. How many kids? Any kids?
2 girls.
And what are they up to these days? Where do they attend? What do they do?
They are doing, one is doing real estate, and the other one is doing nursing.
Is them sort out your hair and fix your baby hair and so?
That's what the mother said. My daughter them fix me up.
Our daughter them fix her up. You deserve it. You deserve. I'm coming back to you. She deserve it, not true? I think she deserve it. Because you have to give big people give to big people. So this is a dinner for 2 at the Cardiff Hotel and Spa. And you have until March 31 to use it. And make sure so when you go, you wear your nice wig with your nice baby hair. Yes. Congratulations. And you can have this envelope for free. You look like you have something on your mind. Tell me. This umbrella belongs to somebody? Have you umbrella? Oh, me that one here. Anybody have anything else in that bag there? Anything else you can find? Any little thing here, how small it is? No? Uh-oh. You have any little thing in that bag there? Please do not go home with me in your stomach. Thank you.
Thank you.
Pleasure was mine to serve you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much.
I asked them to change 2025. It's 2025.
You're right. But it has to be 25, not true? You want to put 25 and then just put your initial side, I'd say. Let's change it 4 to 5. Yeah. Who is the?
Lunch.
For lunch.
Okay.
Oh, me like a penny. Thanks.